Hello guys, Norfolk Tool Guy here again today. We've got another part of that tool haul I went through in the last video. This is another box from that haul. This is a large metal Penn toolbox, and it's full of goodies. So I'll run you through it now. Right, so the first things to come out of the box are, I have a funny feeling this all came as part of a job lot, clearance lot. I'm pretty sure the guy had something to do with scaffolding, but yeah, we've got one of these sort of scaffolding clamps here. This is the made in Bolton, England. I don't really have any use for it. You never know, you might be able to find a job where something like this will come in handy. But yeah, sort of pipe clamp, scaffolding clamp. We have a big Basin Box Wrench here. This is a Melco. But, I mean, check out the size of that. I mean, I've got a few Melco tools, spark plug tools, other box wrenches as well. So, yeah, that's a nice giant Melco. We've got another old toolkit lug wrench, lug nut wrench, wheel brace. Quite a short handle on that, so I don't know how much leverage you'd get with undoing a lug nut, but it's always worth a shot. We've got ourselves a little wooden rule here, not rule, spirit level. I can't appear to make any or find any maker's marks on there, but yeah, it's quite a cool thing. Should be able to clean it up. Find some nice brass screws to finish it off. It's missing one over here. The bubble's intact, so works great. Yeah, that'll be a nice little clean up job. There was something I found, I didn't realise I missed it in that last video. If I can get it. Probably the smallest rule I've ever found. Like, I mean, I don't know if you guys can make out the markings on there, but this is just an absolutely tiddly tiny steel rule. Seems to be marked out in centimeters, and then we've got, yeah, centimeters both sides, centimeters and millimeters. So yeah, I just thought that was a cool little find, so I thought I'd show you that before we move on. Right, we've got ourselves looks like a grinder handle, maybe a drill handle. You know, screw it into your SDS drill or grinder. I'm sure I can find a use for that. Another one of these, I've got one of these sort of sharpening stones, different angles, sort of good for axe blades, things like that. A pair of combination pliers with no name on them at all, no markings or anything, so mystery, a little bit loose, a lot of play in them, so not sure how much cop they would be. We've got a plastic handle screwdriver which has seen better days. Looks like it was used to open up paint tins and stir the paint, and then was buried, and then someone dug it up at some point. So yeah, it's a rather crusty one. I don't know if I'm going to be able to save that and bring it back to life. I might give it a go, you know, so everything's worth a shot. We've got a mill bastard file here. No handle, but we did get a handle in the last haul, so it doesn't feel like the sharpest file in the world, but until you properly test it, you'll never really know. We've got one of these little cross peen hammers. So I don't think I've got one this size, so it's quite handy to have one, especially with a long handle. I think if I do, I've got one with quite a short handle. So yeah, it's quite nice, fine. It's nice and handle's nice and stiff inside the head. Can't appear to find any maker's marks on it. Yeah, but a nice little hammer nonetheless. We've got ourselves another sort of, this one is a Halfords file. I've got one of them. I've got the flat mill bastard, but this is a half round file. Still got a little bit of life left in it, so I'm sure I can put that to good use. A nice worker file. We've got another box wrench here. This one's Apollo with British Standard measurements on it. Have a nice big box wrench. We've got a spark plug tool here. You know, the old drop it in, get your spark plugs out. No maker's marks on there at all. No size on it either. I have a funny feeling this is an Eclipse, but it's hard to tell the fact that the aluminium's gone all oxidised. but a cross cut. So this could be a clean-up jobby to see if I can work out if it's an actual eclipse or not. Can't seem to see any eclipse markings, but it does have a pattern number just here. But I have seen eclipse versions of that, so hopefully it's an eclipse. We've got a sharpening stone here with the sticker still on it, so obviously it hasn't had too much use. It's got a turkey on it, MG and Co. Trademark. So that's a nice cool sharpening stone there. Quite a smooth one as well, so I'd imagine it's for that sort of final touches to the blade. We've got a little mill-blasted file here. This is a Nicholson. So first time I found a Nicholson file, to be fair. I didn't check if there was a name on this one. It's too rusty to work out. But yeah, nice little Nicholson file, really sharp. This one, you can hear it. So yeah, that's a good addition to the file box. I'll try and keep all my files separate just so they blunt themselves. But we've got one of these broken hacksaw handle blades. Looks like it should be a footprint with the yellow and onto the black, but I can't make out a footprint logo. So if anyone knows if there are footprint ones of these out there that don't have the footprint markings on them, but it seems to be made of brass, which is always quite nice. We've got a piece of bamboo, always what you want in your tool haul videos. A nice big wire brush. This is a Texas product from West Germany. Bit misleading, call it Texas, comes from Germany. But yeah, just a nice big wire brush. Always put them to good use. Use them until I kill them. We've got a tile snapper. No maker's marks on this. Feels pretty cheaply made, but it does have the addition of a scorer or glass cutter. So maybe it's for breaking glass, not tiles. So it's the first time I've seen one with the scorer wheels on top. We have a chisel. No maker's marks, or at least none that I can make out through the crust, but these are always fun to clean up. It's always fun to, as Scoutcrafter once said, put a polish to onto one of these tools, because they're often not thought about too much. And right, we've got an in the box Shaw glass cutter. So this will go into my accidental glass cutting collection, but look at the handle on that. I think that's absolutely fantastic. It's almost never been used. Probably got a bit of storage gunk, but yeah, Shaw England glass cutter. Fantastic bit of kit. Right, we have a hammerhead. So this is a Stanley. This is a Stanley 10-ounce cross pane hammerhead. So that could be a potential restoration video coming soon. Got a very skinny box wrench here. No maker's marks or anything that I can make out, but yeah, seem to be on a roll with the box wrenches. Speaking of box wrenches, here's a whole bunch more. Probably from various car toolkits, doing basins, things like that. There are a few sizes on some of them, but yeah, a lot of box wrenches in this box here. We've got one of these Stanley red handle screwdrivers. I do happen to collect these, so I don't think I have this size in Phillips, so happy to find that. John Fix will like this one. I've got quite a few of these, but this is one of the manual raw plugs. I know he likes his raw plug drills, but this is the tap it into the wall and sort of drill it yourself. Before raw plug drills were really a common thing. We have a Myers plastic knob. I'm sure that will come in handy. A big thick punch of some sort. No maker's marks or anything like that. Could be a homemade punch, but these kind of things are always handy things to find. We've got a steel handled gimlet. Nice little one as well. Looks to be fairly old. So yeah, that's quite a cool little find. Oh, if I didn't drop it. Then we have this. I don't know, I'm not too familiar on what this is. It does have a 1/2 inch marking up the top here and does say something, but I don't know if it's a type of chisel for a lathe or anything like that. So if anyone really down there knows, I know I have quite a lot of knowledgeable guys watch my videos and you always seem to comment good things. So yeah, I don't know if it's a special type of chisel or anything like that. So yeah, let me know if you know what that is. We have another Malco spark plug box wrench tool. This one's got the handle. The tiniest ball peen I've ever seen. No names, but it is quite crusty, so nice and solid. Nice sized handle as well, nice and short. You don't want a huge handle with a tiny head like this, so yeah, that'll make a great little cleanup project. And to carry things on, more box wrenches. We've got a Apollo, another Apollo box wrench, and these ones have no maker's marks. There we go. Start to gonna play bowling soon. We've got a quite crusty and smelly Guy Lloyd screwdriver, really fine pointed tip. And then we've got a Bedford's chisel, nice small chisel here, so that's a nice little clean up jobby. We've got a few more wooden handle gimlets, always happy to find those. Always remind me of Gimli from Lord of the Rings. Not sure what this is. I thought it was a shotgun choke at first, but it definitely isn't. Some sort of maybe boring tool, punch tool. It's on a bolt at the moment, but it does unscrew. It does have threads in this end. So yeah, maybe a boring tool of some sort. I'm not 100% sure. So if anyone knows, just let me know as always. And we got a file handle. We got a nice thick punch. Looks like a bullet. Not sure who makes this centre punch, but that is quite a hefty one. So yeah, like that. That'll be a nice quick clean-up video. I'm gonna try and aim to start producing a few more of the restoration videos now. Tool hauls will still be probably my main focus, but I feel like I need to you know, move the channel on in another direction and start showing off. Well, not showing off, but expanding my skills and, you know, what I do here on YouTube. So we've got one of these military pen knives. Can't get the other blade out, but yeah, these are always nice to find. That blade has been sharpened to high hell, so not quite the shape they come normally, or at least the ones I have. But yeah, that's a cool find. Really happy about that one. We've got ourselves a tiny little Malco box wrench here. This is Malco, made in England, TM8, 12 times 13 millimeters. So 12 this end, 30 or 13 that end, 12 that end. Yeah, another cool little find. We have a Stanley pattern or Stanley copy screwdriver, a copy of the Stanley thrifty screwdrivers. We have one of these for this could be what that screwdriver in the last haul was tip was for. One of these adjustable screwdrivers, or interchangeable screwdriver tips, you know, the brass ferrule there, made in Hong Kong. So can't assure the quality, but some of the older stuff that came out of that region were pretty good. I mean, diamond tools, things like that, or diamond brand. We've got a scraper here. It's been modified. Nice brass ferrule, nice handle, but unfortunately it is quite loose. I might be able to do something about that and reshape it a little bit. We've got another sort of cheapy orange handled screwdriver. We're running out of things out here now. We have a very nice wood handle screwdriver. So Magdad, you'll be happy to see another one of these. This feels really good quality, but I can't seem to get a name off it. So I'll give this one a clean up and see if I can find out a name. Tip needs a little bit of work, but I'm sure that's something I can do. got to believe in yourself. That's what I found. This is cool. This is, yeah, so it's an aluminium handle made in England, little machinist screwdriver, and it's a silker tool. Looks like there is something else there. Can't quite make it out through the oxidization, but it used to be painted blue, so I think that would be a fantastic little restoration. See if I can do something with that. And then we have just a crusty old cheapy screwdriver. No maker's marks or anything like that. Not a lot we can do with it, but add it to the pile of screwdrivers. We've got a half round Stubbs England file. Almost looks NOS. Just a bit of rust from sitting for so long. And we've got ourselves a Oberg Sweden. Very fine tooth Millbuster file. Still feels really sharp, so still no handles, but there is one handle that came out of this box. And the last tool in the whole box is another file, and this one is unbranded. A unbranded file with a bent shank. So yeah, that's everything that's come from the second box out of this tool haul. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you know, there's a few tools in this video that I'm not too familiar with, so if you know a bit more information about them, feel free to drop a comment down below. But yeah, if you enjoyed what you've watched, please like and subscribe. Cheers, guys.